Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Hirake Ponkikki for the Famicom. This game was only released in Japan, and I am playing a translated version. Saw this on World of Long Plays, and thought it was interesting enough to give a shot, so, well, here I am, playing this game. We're obviously going to be playing the one-player mode, and you can choose between Gakipin and Musuku. These are obviously mistranslations of the names Gachipin and Muku, respectively. So, Hirake Ponkikki, it is a long-running Japanese children's show. It's been around for quite a while. It has been a part of Japanese culture for quite some time. There were some games made for it, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure this wasn't the only game made for it. Well, this is the only game I know of, and I might as well go ahead and play it, so. Doesn't really matter which person I play as, both characters play completely the same. So I'm just going to pick Gachipin. And you can start a brand new game, or put in a password. There are passwords for this game, thankfully. And I'm just going to start a brand new game. And we have our first little adventure here with Gachipin and Muku. Mountain hiking. As soon as we press start, or A button rather, we can go to these houses and play some mini games in any order that we choose. By the way, there is a little black square in the upper right hand corner that indicates how many lives we have left. We have 2 lives, and if you run into enemies or get too many things wrong in a minigame, or absolutely fail a minigame, we will have to lose one of our lives. And if we lose all of our lives, the game is over, we get a password. Then continue from next time. This shouldn't be too hard, but, well, there are some things that can kind of trip you up, even if you're not 5 years old. So, let's go over here and play this minigame. Here, we're doing some auto-scrolling here. So, some side-scrolling 2D platforming. And along the way, we have to keep an eye on the screen for 10 oranges. Thankfully, they don't disappear shortly after they show up. But you do want to watch out for them and grab them. Also, you want to make sure not to hit an enemy, or else you're going to lose a life. Being on the platforms works really well, and I'm going to miss that orange. Well, the game doesn't punish us for not getting all 10 oranges. I forgot I was going to be there. Thankfully, the fruit is not placed in random spots. Thankfully, the same can also be said of the enemies. So, you can easily memorize all these sections, all these side-scrolling sections, know where to be when, and know where all the fruits are going to be. I narrowly missed that one, too. Want to be on the slope to get that one, and there's the last one we can get. So, once you place where all the side-scrolling sections enough times, you can get them all memorized, and you can figure out well all the fruits are going to be, when you're going to be jumping over enemies, etc., etc. And when you meet up with the other character, the one you're not playing as, you completed this little mini game, and you get to count how many fruits you got, because this is a children's game. Might as well throw a little bit of basic education in there. And let's go ahead and go on to the next mini game. Now this one is a saucer mini game. It's kind of like Find a Nut, but you have 8 UFOs to work with. So we watch the other character jump in, and we watch where the UFO or the other character jumped in went. Muku was in the lower row. So if he's in the lower row, he'll always be in he'll jump into one of the 4 in the lower row. If he's on the higher row, he'll always jump into one of the 4 in the higher row. He's not going to switch it around on you. And thankfully, this is pretty easy, though it does get a little more difficult as time goes on. You go through more adventures. He did go in this one, right? Okay, good. I stopped concentrating just enough. I shouldn't have done that. And if you manage to guess correctly all 3 times, you get to keep all 5 of your melons. Otherwise, you may be walking away with either 1 or 3. And you don't have to get all the fruits to beat the game. You just have to get through the adventures and not lose all your lives. You just have to clear all the mini-games. And now the next one is rock, paper, scissors, which I kinda don't like being in a game meant for young children because luck factor. But I'm gonna play it anyway. So you gotta hold a direction, and the direction you hold indicates whether you use rock, paper, or scissors. So I'm holding down right now. That'll give me paper. Paper covers rock. We win. And I'm gonna hold left this time around, and boom. First person to get all the strawberries goes to the happy face, and the first person to go all the way to the happy face wins. If you lose this, you lose a life. As always, scissors cuts paper, paper covers rock, rock blunts scissors. That's how rock, paper, scissors, aka Jankin works. Or Johnkin, if you want to use the pronunciation. Now we're matching shapes. You have a shape in your hands. It's rather above your head. You go up to the one that... You get under the one that matches the one you're currently holding, and then you press A, and you throw that up to the shape, and if you match it, you get it right. I will warn you. Right now. Not here. On the next shape, cover your eyes. Epilepsy warning. Cover your eyes now. You can uncover your eyes now. Kinda had to be there for those who had the epilepsy warning because I was kinda not happy about that either. And yeah, I'm glad there isn't stuff like that in children's stuff nowadays in Japan. I'm not an expert on Japan, but after the whole Pokemon thing, I'm pretty sure they learn better, though. Somebody may stop me to tell me I'm wrong. So the next thing we're going to play is a maze. This is the last minigame we have. And we just need to walk up to the happy face to catch up with the character we're not playing as and just finish the maze. You don't have to collect all 10 of these apples. But you can if you want. And when you press a direction on the control pad, you move one space in that direction. So in case you need to time, or rather pace how you're moving, you can do that. Because in later mazes, there will be enemies. And if you run into enemies, you're losing a life. So now that we've completed all the minigames, when we walk up to the mountain, we get a nice little cutscene. Very simple one. It's Gachapin and Muku having a picnic there on the mountains. And this music keeps playing over and over, and you keep seeing this thing until you press A. And once you walk into the bridge, you'll enter another overworld. It's time for our next adventure, ocean swimming. Now, everything is in different order, but you can still play everything in any order that you want. Also, because we beat the previous adventure, we got through it okay, we now have 3 lives instead of 2. This will be good, because I'm going to be playing rock, paper, scissors again, and this time you gotta win 4 games instead of 3, and it's going to get a little bit harder. I may win this, I may not. If I don't win it, I'm just going to stick to the hand that I've been dealt, and I'll just continue as normal. So I'm going to hold right and see what happens. Ooh, in case of a tie, nothing happens. And, oof, I shouldn't have held that. I shouldn't... Oh! I won because rock, blunt, scissors. And I cut paper, so I win right there, too. Paper covers rock. And let's see here. I'll do scissors again. Nice. Well, if I loon at least one more, that'd be great. Oh, come on. Now it's just down to the wire now. And I blunted scissors. I thought I lost for a second. But we got to the happy face before Muku did, so therefore we won. And thankfully, losing basically the other character eating strawberries doesn't count against us. We still get all 4 of our strawberries. Well, we might as well go ahead and play the maze. Why not? And there are those things right there. Those things with the big eyes that are opening their mouths. And if you run into them or if they run into you, it will hurt. Also, those stars down there is your timer. If you run out of stars, you run out of time. And if you run out of time, you lose life. There is also a timer, I believe, in the... what is it? In the shape matching minigame as well. So you want to watch out for that too. And again, we don't have to get all the apples, but if you're good at basic enemy avoidance, you can still get all 10 apples and stand on the happy face tile and clear this before you run out of time and lose a life. So we got our 10 apples. Go us. And now it's time for a shell game. And this one will get a little bit faster, so I'm going to have to concentrate a little bit. We had 5 shifts of the UFO cups, but thankfully I knew he was right here. He's going to go all the way to the end. And you're right back where he started. And you're over there. I believe we still had to do 3 matches, but it did get a little faster there. It's going to get even harder in the next couple of adventures. But anyway, let's go ahead and match shapes. So we now have 6 shapes instead of 5. I'm still going to give the epilepsy warning on the 5th shape because you're still going to get the flashing white light thing going on. And cover your eyes now. Okay, you can uncover them, and apparently I have 7 shapes. Thankfully, this part's super easy because you only have 2 to deal with. Cover your eyes again. Uncover your eyes. I saved you from epilepsy twice. You're welcome. So we got 7 of these things. I want to assume they're bunches of bananas. I mean, they're dark yellow, and I can't think of what else they could possibly be except for tea leaves. But now we have some more side-scrolling. Thankfully, you always stay in the same position, regardless of how the screen is scrolling. And I don't know if I should be on the platforms. I'll do it anyway. And that guy is jumping. We need to be away from him. Because if he touches us or we touch him, we're gonna pay for it. We're gonna lose a life. And it's a good thing I stayed on that platform because that was where one of the fruits was going to be. And let's see here. There's got to be more. We've only got 6. There's 7. There's 8. I want to stay close to the left because you never know when something might pop up on you. And all we need to do now is just catch up with Muku, and there we go. So that's all 5 of these things cleared. Thankfully, we didn't lose a life. I thought maybe I'd lose 1 on the Jonken, the rock, paper, scissors part. But thankfully, that didn't happen. And now, we can go down to these steps to the beach, and we can relax on the beach. That lighthouse looks like a missile, and that rice cake looks like a jellyfish. No, wait, that's a sandcastle. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it was a sandcastle. So anyway, Muku's soaking up the sun. Gashapin's swimming in the ocean. Watch out for the current there, buddy. And once we walk to the right, we get on a boat. The boat takes us to our next overworld. I'll go ahead and play another one, because why not? Zoo Garden. Now we have multiple paths as we go through here. And we're going to start matching shapes first. Alright. You should know what to do at this point. Just get under the shape that you have. Press A to throw it up. There you go. Once again, I'm going to alert you as to when to cover your eyes so as not to be bothered by flashing lights. And next shape is the last for now. So cover your eyes in 3, 2, 1. Have them covered now. And now we got 3. And for the next shape after this one, cover your eyes. Uncover your eyes. I probably should have given more time for that, but you should probably know how things work at this point. And I could have pressed A even earlier than that, but you know what? I felt like it. Also, we have 4 lives now. Let's go ahead and do the UFO shell game. You're right here. And you're going all the way to the end. And you went all the way to this corner. And you're going all the way down to the end again and jumping in there. Right here. And we still had just 3. So, let's go ahead and do the maze now. I'll go ahead and end this one once I hit the 20-minute mark, and oh boy. This is where it's going to get a little dicey. Thankfully, there are only 6 spaces where that upper guy is going to be. As long as they're not... Now, thankfully, they can't kill you by being next to you, which is a good thing. Otherwise, this would have been a little frustrating. Like, they had to be right on top of you in order to kill you. I'm saying the word kill during a game meant for very young children. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I might as well get it over with. Again, if I lose, I'll just play with the hand I've dealt. Ooh. And I covered rock. Good. And I cut paper. Yeah, once you've seen one... I thought he was going to do paper. Once you've seen one of these things, you've seen them all. They just get harder as you go on. Paper covers rock again. I can't believe I'm winning this. And rock, blunt, scissors. So once again, we make it at a happy face. I'm doing better than I expected to on these things. And we got our 5 strawberries, which is awesome. And now it's time to do some side-scrolling. And once we do that, we're just going to trigger our next cutscene, and then I'll save the rest for another video. Don't know what these things are supposed to be. Maybe buffalo or something? That's what they look like. And I was standing right on top of a fruit there. That's why I picked it up and I didn't know what was going on. And it's not going to be there. Jumping guy's going to show up again. I can just sense it. I know he's going to show up. And I probably want to stay a little to the left here. No? Well, it's a good thing I stayed to the left. Wow! Finesse! And I've already gotten 8. There's a tank. This thing moves back and forth. You want to stay away from it. Where's the fruit? There's the fruit. I knew it was going to be to the left. Because we had 9 collected. There's only 1 more to go anyway. And I am doing so well with this. It was a little fun playing this for the Tuesday tryout, and it's just as fun here. And now we've opened a path to the zoo. The path now looks like a lizard, I guess. Let's go over here, and we go to the zoo. You just get this one picture. You got a giraffes in the enclosure. It amazes me how they don't just walk out of it. The elephants are to the left, and the monkeys are to the right. And we get on a bird. The bird takes us to our next overworld. We are heading to the fair. We are heading to the fairgrounds. We are heading to the amusement park. And that's exactly what this next adventure is called. We have 5 lives. We can't really mess this up now. And we are going to play some more mini-games and make our way to the fair in the next video. So join me next time where we play even more mini-games. They will get harder. And see what else Gachapin and Muku do on their little fun-filled day. So until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!